What up, everyone? Welcome to Babycakes Oracle. We're going to get into it and find out, why do others compare themselves to you? All right, as you can see on the screen here, you have two options to choose from. You have group 1 and group 2. Pause it if you need to meditate on your option. As always, timestamps will be listed below. Thank you so much. Welcome to reading group 1. We're going to get into it and find out, why do others compare themselves to you? All right, let's get into it. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for letting me be a quick vessel for channeling for group 1. Right. Why do others compare themselves to group 1? Something about secret. Okay, you guys could be someone who's very secretive. And maybe they're an open book. Maybe you're someone who's more private. You move in silence, you know, and they don't really know how to keep secrets. They could be people who are very messy. They gossip. You just give off this vibe of being very elite, very exclusive, you know. It's like they say, a private home is a happy home. Yeah, I just seen 111, and that definitely is something that resonates with you. So not everybody is included in your activities, or you don't go to everybody's events and things like that. You're very selective, very choosy. And maybe they feel like as if, you know, I don't know, you think you're better. Or what are you hiding? You know. Why are you so secretive? You don't really, you know, talk about your business too much, especially when you hang around, like, you know, for example, certain acquaintances or family members and friends and things like that. You know, they might try to, like, you know, start the conversation off or whatever about what's going on in their home, you know, and the drama going on there. And so they start that up because they're used to talking about, like, for example, their husband or what their wife isn't doing, their husband isn't doing, and then, you know, maybe they're hoping that they'll pull something out of you or get some information out of you because they're letting you know what's going on in their home. And you're not that way. You're someone who keeps to yourself. You don't talk about your marriage or your relationship. You don't talk about if you're even messing around with a particular person, you don't let that person know how big of a size that person's penis is or something, or how good that girl's pee is, you know, especially if you really care about her. You know, if you're not really tripping off the person, you're just talking to someone, you may not even care. You know, you may be like, oh yeah, she got some good, man, you know, whatever. But, you know, maybe you're not really trying to be in a relationship like that with her, you know. So I don't know, it's like people be trying to fish for information, fish for comments, you know, and things like that from you. So they kind of look at you and see how secretive you are, and then they be like, damn, you know, that be making them feel some type of way. Yeah, just seen 1 through 3. All right, something about food. People compare, like, your food. I guess maybe your choice of food you eat. Maybe you eat healthy, or you eat really good. You take yourself out to eat. You know, you like to wine and dine. You have a good taste when it comes to food. Maybe you're a great cook. You could be a chef. I don't know, anything like that. You're very picky when it comes to your food. You know, with them, maybe they eat, I don't know, they don't really invest too much in quality food or organic food, for example, or they eat out all the time, fast food, or, you know, they're not going to buy certain things that you buy. They're not going to go to a particular store, go out their way to go to the farmer's market, you know, to get, you know, better quality fruit and vegetables. And they're not going to, you know, take the time to prepare a nice home cooked meal, you know, and things like that. So they look at you and they see what you cook and your meals and see how you kind of eat and make them feel some type of way, I guess. All right, what's it about? others compare themselves to. Your appearance, definitely the looks, okay? The way you carry yourself, your style, you know, so they look at you and they be like, damn, this person really does put a lot of effort into, you know, how they look, you know, and or your aesthetic or your brand. It could be anything. Appearance can mean many things. But yeah, definitely they see you go out your way, maybe to, you know, take yourself shopping, buy yourself certain pieces or items, or, you know, you just like to look a certain way. You like to, you know, carry yourself a certain way. They may not be into, I mean, that could be anything. Your home, you know, as well. The way you decorate your home, the way you do your hair, put your hair together, make sure your hair is looking presentable, anything like that. You know, something about you is you have poise, you know, you're of elegance, class, you know, just be looking fly. You're a smooth dude. You're a very cool lady, you know, cool girl. You know, you just like to look good. You like to look good. You like to feel good, you know, because, you know, when you do that, step out the house, you just like to be presentable all the time. And so I think others, they may not be putting all that energy into how they look or their hair. You know, they might step out wearing a bonnet or something. If they don't have a problem stepping out, going to the store with a bonnet on their head. They don't have a problem stepping out wearing, you know, raggedy clothes, or just wearing sweats and Crocs or something like that. Nothing wrong with Crocs, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna put some tennis shoes on, you know, instead of wearing Crocs, you're gonna put some tennis shoes on. You're gonna put some Hey Dudes on. Because I just started getting on the whole. My husband, I got me and my daughter a pair of some Hey Dudes, but I was like not even knowing about them. So, but they're so comfortable, so light, and he bought me a pair. He was trying to buy me two, but I ended up getting like some Chucks, some simple Chucks, because I'm all about comfort right now. With being pregnant, you know. They were like the Chucks, the ones with they have the chunky, not the chunky, they're cute, they're like white, anyways. Yeah, so you may not step out wearing certain things that other people are wearing, so it's just your appearance. You know, maybe you might you may not overdo it, especially when it comes to, like, say for example, makeup. You're not going to be stepping out looking all plain Jane. You know, you may put on, and even if you do, you're not into foundation, you got to do all that. You don't. Because I don't do that all the time. And but I will put on like some eyeshadow and some mascara. You know, I might fill in my eyebrows. I'm not going to do all the concealer and all that stuff to shape it up. Unless I'm going somewhere kind of decent. If I'm going even to the museum or something, I'm definitely going to, you know, put a little more effort into certain things. But with them, they gonna go everywhere they go. It's never really no makeup, for example. I'm not saying you have to wear makeup, but I'm saying a little mascara, at least mascara, or some lip gloss, some chapstick on or something. You know, something simple. Or if you ain't even doing all the makeup, you at least making sure your hair is looking good, so your hair can make up for a lot of things, right? But they may be like, F it, you know. They may not consider taking a shower or a bath before they go out, knowing they didn't take one last night. You know, I don't know, you know. So, but you will. You're gonna make sure you smell good, you know. So they may look at you as someone who thinks you're all that, or you're bougie, or, you know, whatever. Okay, moving on. All right, what is it about? Gym. Okay, so we got the gym card. You guys could work out. You guys could have a lot of stamina. If you don't work out, you can have a lot of stamina, a lot of energy. You could be someone very active. Someone who takes a lot of action. You're more of a doer than a talker. So, but yeah, you could be really physically fit, or Drink a lot of water, or even if you're not even in the gym like that, going hard like that, maybe you might go for walks, or you're consistent with something. It could be small workouts, 10-minute workouts, 5-minute workouts, I don't know, something like that, where you put a lot, okay, I guess you do put a lot of effort into your body, just making sure you are healthy and strong. Focus, I'm getting to. Yeah, they also compare themselves to, as far as like, relationships. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't tend to get heartbroken a lot. These people could be dealing with a lot of betrayals. The person that they're dealing with could have betrayed them, left them, or they deal with people who, messy situations, or they deal with people who are very secretive, like a partner who's cheating or doing something behind their back, or things like that. And you don't have to deal with that because you don't, you choose decent women or men, not saying that they're intentionally choosing like a cheater, but they may pick up on certain red flags about their person, and sweep it under the rug or ignore it. For you, as soon as you kind of notice certain red flags or signs about a person, especially in your dreams or whatever, you listen to that. You're very obedient when it comes to what God is trying to tell you, your angels or whoever you believe in. If you're receiving a sign, or in your dream, God is trying to tell you, like, look, this person has a lot of skeletons in their closet, then you're going to trust that. And even if you test it a little bit, test the person to still see if you kind of need more clarity, or you're not really trusting for sure, you still pay attention, and then you follow through on that and let that person go. So yeah, and some people just kind of stick it through and end up having kids with the person, end up settling, end up putting up with certain disrespectful comments or things, finding out things that hurt them, whatever, breaking up, divorcing, dealing with a toxic person. Yeah, and that's what it is. Okay. All right, group 1, you guys take care. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah. Welcome to your reading, group 2. We're going to get into it and find out, why do others compare themselves to you? All right, let's tap into it. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for letting me be a clear vessel for channeling for group 2. All right, why do others compare themselves to group 2, Holy Spirit? All right, something about tools. Something about a tool you use, okay? And that could be anything. That could be something you create. It could be a deck of cards. It could be crystals. It could be pens, books, anything, right? So something about something that you own or have that others compare themselves to, you know what I mean? So I don't know if you have better quality items, you can afford, something like that. You invest in what you're into, something like that. Maybe they wish they had certain things like you, certain tools, or they could find certain tools, or even if you create your own things, it's like as if they feel as if it's unique, it's rare, it's powerful. You know what I mean? It just helps you in some sort of way. Maybe they don't know all that you have, but they know that you have a lot of things that you use to help you, right? Let's see, what is it about? Group 2. Okay, so we got food in group 1, 2. So you guys got food too. So something about your quality of food that you intake. Maybe you are a good cook or something along the lines of that, or you are picky when it comes to certain food. Maybe you like to eat out at certain places, or maybe you go to a particular place to get, for example, to pick up bagels or something, a certain bagel shop, and they just go into the grocery store to get their regular bagels. They're not really tripping like that. But you may have, certain places that you like to go further out to get maybe meat or certain vegetables or certain things like that. And so, I don't know, and maybe it triggers them because I guess you coming off like as if you're superior or better than them in some sort of way. Okay, some of you guys could also have like some sort of food business, and maybe they don't have a business or they want to start a food business too, baking business, I don't know, something like that. It's just something about what you be cooking up. Maybe you be coming up with some good stuff, good recipes, good ideas, something like that. All right, let's see. Mask. Okay, this is definitely kind of resonating with group 1 a little bit too. But definitely mask, I feel like, you're someone who, you're not a fake. You're not phony. You're very real. You could be someone very vulnerable. Also, you could be someone who knows how to fake it till you make it, or how to put on a certain mask when it comes to being around certain people. It's almost like as if people can't read you. Okay, and for others, I feel like as if you're you don't need to put on a mask. You don't need to, you're just yourself. You do you, and you stand out. A lot of people be kind of like hiding their real self, especially when I get around certain people or groups of people. It's very fake. They may not even like everybody they're hanging out with, or they're just there to be there to get those pictures in, those group pictures, or hang out with a certain or network or collab with certain people, when they can't even stand them behind the scenes, or it's not something that they really want to do. So just people who compare themselves to you are just not genuine. They're not real. They're afraid to be themselves, to express themselves. You know what I mean? So for you, you are someone who is very expressive, very authentic, free. You're free. And these people feel as if they are putting on some sort of facade. Okay. Let's see what else is coming through for you. But you're also someone too, I feel like you're someone who can detach as well. You're not heavily invested in certain people, or you don't let certain things get to you. You definitely know how to be in any environment or talk to any group of people if you have to do small talk, you can do it, even if you don't like it. But I don't really feel you just be, let me see, another example would be like, for me, if I'm going to if I'm being around a certain family member who I already know they be hating on me, you know what I mean? Envious of me like that, you know, and it's just like, they just giving off this weird energy. Because I have an in-law, a family member in-law, cousin who be acting funny. But sometimes you have to be in situations like that, you know, you may get along with other people there. I may, like I said, because it's hard for me to fake it. It's hard for me to be fake with people because it shows. You know, I just can't do fake people. But being around, when I do get around this person sometimes, I'll speak. I'll be very mature about the situation. I'll be the bigger person, right? But so I can keep my peace, you know, and but I'm not going to be up here fake and have like a full conversation with this person and be like, hey, how's it going? How you been? No, when I know this person she don't like me like that because she hating on me. You know what I mean? So I just keep my distance. You know, that's pretty much what it is. You know, you may go to certain places and you may come across a certain person. This could even be relating to work. But relating to work, right? You may not like all the people you work with. But you got to get your check. Ain't nobody going to stop you from getting paid. And, you know, you going to do what you got to do and go home. You're not going to engage in their conversation, group conversations. You're not going to go out and hang out with them for the party. You're not going to work with them on certain things, especially if you feel some type of way about them. But, you know, you'll come into the office and be like, hey, everybody, what's up? You know, maybe you might be like that, but you get what I'm saying. You just know how to keep the peace so that you can get through the day, you know, and do what you got to do because you got to work. You got to make your money. So you're not going to let other people affect you, or especially if you work in a toxic work environment, right? You may have to deal with it for a second until you kind of wait for that other job to come through, or you wait for whatever it is that you're trying to do to come through. You may have to hold it down, ride it out for a second, you know. But you're not going to come to work with a stank attitude and, like, you know, for example, be triggered by anything they say or start a fight like that. You know how to just be cool, calm, and collected, you know. So, yeah, you just have a lot of you're mature and you have emotional intelligence. So that's what I'm trying to say. All right, let's see. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and I'll say hi, I'll say bye, but that's it. I'm not gonna have a full conversation with somebody who I know ain't feeling me like that. I know they hating. There's been so many signs about it. But if I have to be in that, you know, if I have to be at this place due to a birthday party, you know what I mean, a child's birthday or things like that, or, you know, to be there for the child, or, you know, it's just like a family thing, then I'll be there for that. But I'm not going to be sitting over there with the certain group of people and talking like as if I don't know y'all, not talking about me. You know what I mean? So, no, that's just what it is. All right. Some people could compare themselves to you because they can't do that. They'll sit around and be around fake people knowing that they're talking about them. And you don't care. You don't need to be a part of anything. You don't need to be validated. You don't need friends or fake people around you. Okay? Yeah. So something about detox. Yeah, you just know how to detox. Detox people out of your life. You know how to also, something about people compare themselves to you because maybe you even like healed. You could have gotten, you could maybe do therapy. You could have a therapist, you go to a counselor, something like that. You've cleansed, you've did some cleansing when it comes to your body. You could juice, you could do a smoothie, whatever. You just take care of yourself. You're very health conscious, okay? You're someone who's very high vibrational. You could also be someone who is an empath or clairsentient. So you just kind of feel all of that. And you don't like to be around toxic energy. You have to cleanse. You have to purge very frequently. Okay. Yeah. Some about your healing. Making healthy choices too. Yeah, you make healthy choices all around. When it comes to your relationships, your health, all of that. And so maybe there's people who don't have the strength or perseverance to do that, because that is hard. Everybody can't, just go cold turkey when it comes to certain things. And I'm not saying you went cold turkey, but you could just do baby steps. But yeah, I think your lifestyle is what people compare themselves to. How you've changed your lifestyle, or just maybe you have tools, right? Because you did get tools in the very beginning, so maybe you have like a certain blender or something, for example, or a certain juicer. People compare their juicer to yours, or their blender, or whatever, your coffee maker to theirs, something stupid like that. Or your choice of food, right? You did get food, so maybe you don't have a problem going natural, or taking the makeup off. Maybe you don't need a full on face of makeup. You don't need all that, because you don't feel insecure about yourself. This is for women who do feel insecure about their natural beauty. And they do a full face of makeup every day, looking like a clown or something. But if you do that because you love to do it, you love to put makeup on, and transform your face, and that's good for you. You got a good healthy balance where you don't mind stepping out natural too sometimes, and then you like to doll yourself up. I'm not talking to you. All right, so we also have, wonder what you're doing. Yeah, you just have people who be like, those who compare themselves to you, are so curious. They be wanting to know, like, what you're up to. Are you seeing anyone? What's your next move? What is he or she going to do next? How can I beat them? How can I be better than them? You know what I mean? So it's just something about you. I guess that they feel threatened by. It could definitely be material things too. Like I said, material things. Even when it comes to food, it could be like going out and about, places that you eat out at, or just events that you attend, things that you host, or like even trying to say things better than you. But it's like they're wondering, like, how are you? It's like they could even compare their bodies to theirs. They're just like really nosy. You got people who really be like wanting to know how are things going for you, especially if you're someone who is like some sort of addict, you recovered or something like that from some sort of addiction you had, or used to have a lot of certain habits that weren't good for you. They want to know if you've fallen off. They want to know did they had a withdrawal, right? Is that, yeah, something like that. They just want to know if you've fallen off, if you're sticking to your health routine, or you're cleansing and things like that. You know, are you continuing to stay on top of it? You know, because these may be people who may be like, you want some cake, or you want to go out, knowing that, you know, you're trying to stay away from cake. You're trying to, you don't need drinking at this moment. You know, you're not really trying to be around a particular person, knowing they know how you feel. It's like people who are very nosy, who wear a mask around you, comparing themselves to you. So you can have a lot of people, or not even a lot, for some, yeah, but you may have a couple people or a particular person. Could be this person in this feminine energy, a woman who wears a mask around you, but it's like they just want to know how you doing what you do, and they want to know almost like your recipe. They want to know your secret sauce. How you doing what you're doing. Taking notes. All right, group 2, that's what it is. All right, you guys take care of yourself as always. Mwah.